just gonna be online for a little bit. I figured I'd try and do this just for the recording's sake. I have had this idea for a virtual patient project um, where people will be able to interact with virtual medical patients that act realistically based off of the disease that they have been assigned. Um, Figured that this wouldn't be too hard to make, especially if I'm able to use stuff or the Android it or the Google Agent SDK in order to like Google search what the symptoms are. So that's kind of my thought process about how I'm going to go about this. So, just to go over what I've done so far before I went live, I just asked ChatGPT to give me some idea for medical AI agents. Some of these ideas I've talked about with ChatGPT before, so I was like, not really that inspired, but the medical education tutor agent that kind of aligns with the tutor system that I've been talking about building, and aligns with some some maybe more important education. So I'm gonna try and build that, um, or at least a basic version of it. I'm gonna try and prompt Cursor to use the agent SDK. Yeah, I'll finish prompting right now. What is the name of this stream? Uh, Programming a medical simulation on pure vibes. That's what I have it. So I'm not going to use the Google Agent stuff. I keep trying to force that into projects. If you've watched any few of my videos, it's just something I keep trying to force in there. Clearly, it's not working, so I'm gonna, yeah, try something else. So I basically asked it to come up with this concept for this medical training tutor. Case clinic interactive diagnostic tutor, medical training tutor. ChatGPT didn't fully understand that I'm trying to make this an AI powered app. Um, got it. So you want to control agent. Your friend sounds Okay, so the core idea of this project is that this revised concept, SimPatient AI, is a conversational diagnostic simulator. The core idea is that the interactive diagnostic experience for the simulated patient is controlled by an AI agent. So this is kind of what I wanted it to do. So it'll have like symptoms that are kind of defined randomly, and then the LLM will act based off of the symptoms that it's assigned. And the doctor or the medical person trying to use the app will be able to interact with and train this or interact with this agent and ask it questions to see um, how good of a doctor they are, I guess. Let's see. Whoa. Like details. So I like these details. Yeah, I like these details. Please generate a spec script for the Gemini agent. everyone. Just checking some live stream details. Sorry, just trying to do this fast so I'm not talking. Trying to fix the prompt to get the spec script. Got the spec. All right, now that we have the spec, I'm going to ask, please generate an accompanying. 2 files. Hopefully I don't fail again on live. I've done that, or at least while I've recorded. I've failed a couple of times with creating these agents already, so um, but we've got nothing to lose really, so let's give it a go. Not gonna remember anything else. Now we wait. I'm gonna da 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 da. That was convenient. Okay. So as you can see, it generated all these files. Try. This is what the UI looks like. Not sure how it would work, but yeah, this is basically, yeah, rapid prototyping. Um, you can talk to the patient right over here as expected. The patient has their own demographic details. You can order different tests by clicking on this. Test results come in here, and then you can submit your diagnosis and see if you're right. So let's see if this actually works on the server. So that button works. So yeah, there we go. Works. Pretty quick live stream. I'll stay on for a couple more minutes, but yeah, this is the idea that I was trying to make for a while. With MCPs and Cursor, you can make this stuff pretty fast. Um, Pretty sure I'll get penalized for only being online for 25 minutes, so I'll stay online and try and go over this a little bit more. This whole process. So just to go over everything again. Started by asking ChatGPT if okay. So to start, I just asked ChatGPT to come up with some medical AI agent, you know, use cases, and then it came up with this list. So symptom triage patient. I didn't really like this idea. I have a sore throat. It's kind of like WebMD. I don't feel like people would trust that. Decision support for doctors. That I do like, but I don't think that a lot of doctors would be fully willing to adapt to something that's made by a solo developer in his grandma's room, his grandma's house, or from his grandma's house, whatever you want to say it. Um, Medical health copilot. I do like this idea as well. I worked on that one day. Radiology report analyzer and explainer. Um, don't want to work with images right now. Lab result interpreter. Don't want to look up all the relevant test results. Pediatric symptom screener. Understand triage. Blah, 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 blah. Nah, don't feel like it. Personalized preventative health coach. Didn't feel like it. Medical education tutor agent. This one I like. So I decided to go with this one. Then there was also a neurology assistant and a remote COPD asthma monitor. Uh, all those ideas I didn't like outside of the tutoring assistant. Um, Then I went to this. Please tell me conceptualize a medical training tutor. I want the tutor to work to be able to go through simulated use case and attempt to diagnose the patient. Once you have conceptualized an idea, come up with a spec for the project using HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. So I asked it that. Uh, Reminded it that I don't want to use the specific file type and that I want to make AI like the core functionality of this. And then it, yeah, made it. And I used ChatGPT to generate a spec script and also the prompt that I fed to Cursor. So there was very minimal typing in this, and it was kind of all just heady, creativity stuff. Like that's the essence of vibe coding from my perspective. Makes it very easy. So I'm happy this worked. I didn't have to troubleshoot on live a lot. Um, yeah, this is the I haven't really vocalized this on live stream, but this is the type of stuff that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do like rapid prototyping on live, or make videos about rapid prototyping using AI programming. Trying to show you how I do it. I will go through this process as many times as people want me to. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy building. So this is just definitely something I don't mind doing. Um, but after I went through this process, all that I had to do was I had to go back to Cursor and enter my API key. And then once I entered my API key, then I launched this on a local server, and now it's a fully functional web page. Definitely could be a little bit prettier, but I'll impatient AI. What's going on Instagram? Man, I am an attention fiend. Um, yeah, okay. I don't know what else I should do on here. I can't guess the diagnosis. I'm not even gonna attempt to do that. There is some additional functionality I would like to add to it. I would like for the person to be able to choose their medical specialty at the beginning. So I guess I can tell Cursor to take care of that. I like to format my prompts to Cursor the best I can, just so for review sake and for the agent's understanding sake. what I did is I gave Cursor a compliment and I said I would like to make it so that you can pass patients so you don't have to answer every patient, like, even though that wouldn't be a realistic thing, a doctor clearly can't be like, no, I don't want to work with you and then move on. Um, but I also want the player to be able to choose their specialty and difficulty level. The difficulty levels will be named off of real medical tiers in the US, like intern, resident, and attending. So it's still working, just waiting now. People are probably getting ready for work and I'm unpopular, so it's done. Sorry. Should try and make it more lively in here while I'm waiting for this shit to run. Let me show you the update. Oh, updated automatically. Okay. Well, here's what it looks like now. You can select the few specialties and your level. I'm going to select attending. Practice starts. Huh. Well, I do notice some bugs. It doesn't seem to be loading a new patient. It's probably because the patient records are like hard coded in there somehow. Um, it probably does explain that to me. I just haven't read anything that the LLM is printed out yet. Um, okay. Actually, double check that. Yeah, so patient details are hard coded into this, so they're not like randomly generated from like a data set or anything. That would be ideally how I'd want this thing to work. Um, so yeah, could probably figure that out. Somebody could upgrade this if they wanted to, but I'm gonna post this on GitHub eventually. As soon as I figure out how to save my or update the API key out of there. So yeah, all right. Just want to do a quick live stream. No one's here. Gonna edit this video and post it. But yeah, that's all. Goodbye.